All right. So I have been in a extreme calorie deficit for some time, and I'm gonna tell you about it. First off, before I even get into it, I know what some people might think about it, like, oh, it's not sustainable. Oh, as soon as you're done, you're gonna gain everything back times 100 the next day. Like, guys, come on. Okay, now listen. I agree. It's not sustainable. It really isn't. And I don't plan on doing it forever. And so you're right. It's not sustainable, nor will it be sustained by me or really anyone. I don't think anyone will do this forever. It's all about maintaining. But if you know how to maintain, see, that's the thing, right? Here's how it all started. I was pretty chubby, like a teenager, and mostly, I think in 2020 or somewhere around that time, 2020, it's the heaviest I've ever been. I think the heaviest I got to was 240, maybe. I think it was around 240. I've been talking with my mother about dieting and different things that people do, and there's so many different things that people like think about, like keto, paleo, fasting. Like, it's just like so much stuff. If you really deep dive and start researching about it, there's so much stuff. And a lot of times there'd be like, oh, I'm gonna start this thing, and then you don't really start it, or you do it for a couple of days and you just fall off, and it's just like this and that, back and forth, whatever. I was like, this is kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying just going back and forth, and I want to get this out the way and then be done with it forever. Now, that being said, you're never done with it forever, because you always watch what you eat. It's not going to be like you lose weight and then eat a bunch of junk food. So I'm always going to be watching it, but the losing the weight part, I want that to go fast, because I learned how to maintain while learning all of this stuff that I was learning about all these different diets and all this different stuff, and just a lot of information. So the last place I got to was 170, just above 170. And now I have 10 more pounds to go. Now, 10 more pounds until what? The what is about 8 to 9% body fat. And I'm not going to stay there forever, because I've heard people that stay there, like, it's hard for them or something. Or last goal is to get to 160 or 161. It's basically 160. And 160 is going to put me at around 8 to 9%. And then, I just want to see how that looks. Okay. Now let me tell you what I've been doing. So I tried different things. The first thing, there's two main things, and they're both kind of the same. So the first thing is water fasting, in which you only drink water. I did that before. I've done that a few times. It's something called rolling 72s, and basically just don't eat. It's really easy to lose weight when you don't eat food. That's a pretty fast method, but it's a hard method. It was hard the first time I did it. The times after that, it wasn't as hard. It gets easier. But then there's another thing that I also tried, which was, it's like burning off whatever you can eat. No, not burning off whatever you can eat. It's eating whatever you can burn off. I said that backwards. Eating whatever you can burn off. That's what it is. Basically, I do some dedicated cardio, and whatever I burn, that's how many calories I can eat. If you're water fasting, you just go throughout your regular day just not eating, and because you'll be in a huge calorie deficit because you're not eating. If you eat whatever you can burn off, then the net will be just what you would regularly burn that day if you didn't eat. So it's kind of like you're burning the same amount of calories as water fasting. So you do dedicated cardio and then eating based on the cardio that you did, and then don't eat over it, and you'll burn what you would normally burn that day, just being normal if you didn't do any cardio and also didn't eat. So either way, it comes around to be the same, but that's basically it. And that, now, to go extreme, which would be insane, is to do extreme amounts of cardio and also not eat at all. which I've done once. But I don't think it's that worth it because I had so little energy that I just laid in bed all day, and so the normal calories that I would burn that day would be less because I just laid in bed all day because I was so drained doing lots of cardio and not eating. It starts to not as effective as doing one or the other. So maybe some really, really, really light cardio while not eating, but that's it. Like I said, I learned how to maintain already, and I've been able to maintain every 10 pounds without really even worrying about it. But I am going to worry about it when I'm finally done. I do want to worry about it, not worry, but worry to the point of always watch what you eat. Not extreme. I don't really even count calories because I've been talking a lot about calories this video, but I don't really count it that much. It's just kind of like a guesstimation, estimate, guess. It's not extreme. I wouldn't recommend becoming extreme and counting like literally everything like too meticulous. That's just annoying. Now, and the reason why I say don't do it is not because it's terrible, and I'll get into the negative in a minute, but it's because most people don't have the discipline. Because if you you're on a crash diet, right? What happens after you're done crash dieting? Then all of it comes back and it's over, and all that work was for nothing, and you can't keep it off and all that. If you had discipline, if you had enough, then it wouldn't matter. You could crash diet and then just maintain. Well, you would have to know how to maintain. So let's say you know how to maintain, but you just don't once you get to your goal. Well, then that's discipline. So you got to know how to maintain. Crash diets are not for people that don't know how to maintain. Learn how to maintain first, then you can do something crazy if you want. I have heard that you'll lose muscle going into a deficit. However, I built muscle before doing this actually. And also I'm pretty naturally muscular guy. So it's just like my body type. I always had like broad shoulders and stuff like this. I remember when I was younger, one of my best friends, he has a different body type than me. He has like the skinny body type. And I remember I wanted to look like that. And I was like chubby, but then one day I looked in the mirror and I was like, wait a second. Even if I lost weight, I don't think I would look like that. Like my shoulders, like I'm too wide. Like I'm too wide to ever look like him. And I didn't even know about body types when I was thinking that, so it's pretty interesting. But this is the one I got. But with that, I'm gonna get out of here. And yesterday, one of the things I had on my birthday was a awesome cake dish my mom made for me with my favorite cake, strawberry shortcake, which is the best. Another thing I had was one of these, or actually a couple of these, and Nutty Buddies. I wanted to finish all of them before October 11th, but I was too full, and now it's October 11th, and I'm back on the thing, and I haven't eaten these, so I'm just gonna stare at them for maybe 20 days before I eat them. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. They say the last 10 pounds are the hardest to lose. It's time to find out. See you guys later. I see ya. Really take this feel. I see ya.